Okay, we are now live.
Hey,
Now, Marilyn,
hey
I believe
guy.
you had a question.
So yeah. We were talking about like spamming reincarnate until you turn into a Muppet born. Is it true that
Mm-hmm.
if you did that, would Persephone get a bit annoyed at you for doing that?
Yes. I don't know the consequences, but you would definitely be getting negative concordance with the goddess of judging your life after death, which
So
is
let's
probably not a wise thing to do.
so after the 17th time, is she gonna kind of just stop you?
I mean, she has that ability. She could just say no.
Fair.
No, your soul belongs to Hades now. Um, and then she'll
Oh,
wrap you up in a little box and give you to her husband.
okay, so what I'm hearing here is you do not spam reincarnate. You
Sorry.
reincarnate responsibly.
Wait,
Yes.
I just had the an even better twist of the knife.
Mm-hmm.
Your soul belongs to Hades, but you still reincarnate. It's just a husk.
Mm.
Something that could be used.
Something comes back, but it's not.
Mm-hmm.
It's
Oh
not you.
God, that'd be because here's the thing though. There's a set. You're right because if you think about it, there's a second person. This is a two-man job.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
They could send the wrong soul out.
Oh yeah, yeah, they could.
Ah, geez, and then it'll just pretend to be you perfectly until the person goes to sleep.
Yeah.
Then the stabbing begins.
Geez, oof.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Yeah, don't fuck with the gods of the dead. Just friendly advice. Oh, any god you want to fuck with, you can fuck with. But, if you want to fuck with the gods of the dead, you're just asking to wind up in their domain.
Yeah. You're gonna get
Because they
there
don't have a
eventually,
lot of
right?
incentive not to add you to their domain, right?
What what if I
So,
fuck with the gods of death just a little bit? Just a little death.
Mm,
so, so
it
what?
better
Okay,
be
but
funny.
Oh, I thought it was funny already.
I know Codron's been kind of like messing with them because it's like, hey, yo, Persephone, we kind of got rid of this void creature being they're not part of the void anymore. Here you go. I'm pretty sure she's kind of just looking at it like, what the fuck do I do with this soul now? Like,
Mhm,
is this gonna kill everything if I put it down there?
mhm, mhm.
But she probably has a pretty shit job now that I think about it, because like nobody's gonna. I mean, I don't feel like anybody's really gonna appreciate her, right? Well, except her husband.
Yes, yes. Yes, but she and her husband are very cute together. When all the gods get together, they're always the ones sneaking off to make out in the stairwell.
Yeah, and I'm pretty sure you have fucking like Abaddon just outside the meeting place staring in like one day.
One day they'll have to invite me to the cool kids parties.
Yeah,
Abaddon, Lord in Hell, seething outside the godly domain.
and then he'll realize that all they'll do is just have him in the corner with like, fucking
Yeah. Put him in
the
the
god
corner
of the
with
end.
Mania and Odada, and
Yeah.
he's he's
Occasionally fucking sorry, like the god of knowledge guy shows up because I'm
mhm.
sure they all think he's a weirdo.
Oh yeah, he's a weirdo. He'll be and he spends most of the time just like, eyeing daggers at Eos.
Oh, I'm sure. But
It's like you can't you can't let those two be in the same room. It gets really awkward.
no, they never talk, but you know that they're
The great
both
the
incredibly
great lie and
uncomfortable.
the god of truth and the noble lie in the same room. Uh, yeah, they don't
That
get
can't go
along.
bad, right? That can't go bad. Anyways, so sneak mission, right? We gotta
Right.
get by, right?
All right. Let's get started. I'm gonna start some music, and then I'm gonna give you guys a little heroic recap. Um,
Well, here we go.
well, YouTube, and then last time on a fox's tail. Our heroes, Ryu, the wind of song, a fox spirit of whose thing, I'm on the wrong monitor. Hold on. Our heroes, Ryu, the wind of song, Yurov, the Black Knight, paladin of the Green Man, and an undead skeleton boy, and Dia, the Grey Wolf,
Oh.
along with their companions, Harp, the Sprite, Otto, the Woodsman, and a recently acquired the Black Unicorn. He insists on the V. Not A, the. This is a
All
lie.
the others are just pretenders that are trying to, steal his style so that people might mistake them for somebody as impressive as him.
Yes. Recently, on A Fox's Tale, our heroes were tricked in the middle of a goblin hunt. They were tricked through a passageway and a portal and a locked door by a goblin known only as Shadowy Joe. Trapped on the other side of this doorway, they found themselves no longer in the world they've always known, but instead in the Shadowfell. Traveling through the Shadowfell, they came to the city of Gloomrot, which was run by a wicked, headless king. Our heroes slew the headless king and freed the city. Now they return to their initial hunt, to track down and slay as many goblins as they can for the Summer Court and Queen Titania. Last time, an assault was made on this Spider Stables, a place where the goblins trained giant spiders for riding. But one goblin escaped. A blade singer, a goblin of unparalleled magical ability and speed. When all seemed lost, he turned to flee, and the party chased him, but it was for naught. He escaped, traveling towards the goblin fortress. Our party, using the magic of Yurov's shadows, disappeared. No, sorry, the Black Unicorn shadows. I forgot who cast Pass Without Trace.
Yeah. He can
You're
do it
also
at will,
Ranger,
apparently.
right?
Yeah, no, he's not Ranger, but he's not a high enough level to have it. It's the Black Unicorn.
Yes, it's the Black Unicorn. Knowing reinforcements would be coming from the fortress, and not relishing another fight at that moment, our heroes disappeared into the shadows as quickly as they came, through the magic of the Black Unicorn. Now, as the mountain swarms with goblin patrols, and the goblins refortify themselves in their fortress, our heroes have taken a different path. These goblins have an ally, a powerful, fey spider, Shireth, queen of spiders. She has a nest at the top of the mountain, and she has been trading her children to the goblins in exchange for food and protection. If they can kill Shireth, for whom at least Ryu has personal history with, it will deal a great blow to the goblin army in the Feywild, cutting them off from their production of spiders, and leaving them with no additional spider mounts. Now, our heroes climb the mountain. As they reach the top, they find a crevice, a hole in the mountain, through which the passageway to the lair of Shireth they presume to be there. Some goblins protect it, but with your numbers and magic, it is trivial to dispatch the guards. the guards outside slain, you enter the lair of Shireth.
Oh, you'd have thought that she'd have had better goblins, but it was just like some runs. It took me like 2 seconds. And Otto, when you put that arrow through one of their heads and then it hit the guy behind, it was crazy. Ugh. Oh.
Right.
I feel like if it happened off screen, you have to talk it up like it was the most epic battle ever, so that the audience feels like they missed out.
Of course.
And Harp got like 7 crits that only did 1 extra damage.
Yes, but they were, yes, and then they all made their con saves, and I was very annoyed. But then the Black Unicorn knocked that one hobgoblin off the ledge, and he fell like 50 feet.
Oh yeah, he bounced. It was funny, and then there was and then Dia, didn't you like rip that one in half with your bare hands when you got into that big crazy rage?
Oh yeah, that was the best part.
Oh yeah. I loved the part when like you ripped his top half from his bottom half, and then you threw him like at the other goblin, and then he went, "Oh my god, you cut him in half!" It was amazing.
Yeah, and then I bit that spider.
Yeah, oof.
I bit it right off.
Oof. I would have hated to have never seen that whole amazing combat encounter.
What a shame.
Let us carry on into this amazing dark tunnel. Anyways, so do I see anything with my tremor sense?
Not yet.
Okay, I'm gonna be listening in big on that. And we're still nice and sneaky, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Block.
I suppose I should give the Black Unicorn a aura for its pass without trace. What's the radius on that?
I'm pretty sure it's 30 feet. Yeah.
All right.
Cool. I need to do a thing real fast.
Gotta stay within that.
I need to do a thing real fast. Let me bring up my character sheet. So I would know this, but I don't know if Yurov would. So I'm gonna roll a nature check. That's a 10. Does he? This probably doesn't work. Does he know that spiders use their strands to let them know if anything is walking within their lair?
No.
Well, if that's the case, he's an idiot, and I'm not gonna metagame. So, I guess he's just gonna be nice and he's probably gonna try and move towards the front, tbh, and he's gonna try and just use his tremor sense to sort of like feel out for any ambushes.
All right. As you get here, you do indeed tremor sense something. There are many small crawly things like on the other side of this hole. So see this hole here? There's small crawly things in there.
Are any of the like big square tiles that I see basically trapdoors that'll open up to like a pit full of spiders or something like that?
The floor seems solid.
Okay, so gonna be coming out of the side. Okay, so this is alright. So not gonna get hit by trapdoor spiders, but this is like fucking, Brightstone Tazaldora or whatever from Dark Souls 2. Alright, so I'm gonna whisper back to the party. Hey guys, there's a bunch of baby spiders crawling about behind the wall in the next room over on the... Then he holds up his hands, makes an L with one hand. On the right side.
All right, I don't think we'll need it, but who has the smoke weed?
Oh yeah, I don't know who the heck is that. Probably Ryu. But Ryu's in a phone call right now, so we can't talk. I don't know what that is or what it means, but I'm sure it's important.
If this phone call is settled, we could maybe use it as a diversion if things don't go too well.
Oh yeah, just to get on out, that could work. The other thing I'm considering is once we get so we're gonna have to kill those spiders, right? but that will probably alert the big one. Which means we have to ask ourselves, does anybody here have, like, any sort of, like, area of effect damage for a bunch of tiny, minor, minor enemies during a large boss fight? He says, before realizing that the one person that probably does is a bit preoccupied. Cabe, does she actually have any AoE spells?
I'll check in a moment.
Hmm.
I'm getting a reference for turquoise so that I can, make this redeem glow appropriately.
Oh, it looks like you have Pass Without a Trace on too.
Wait, me?
Okay.
No, Cabe.
Yes, I shall pass without any trace.
Oh no.
7 viewers, you cannot see me. I have +10 to stealth. I will hide behind.
Oh no. Oh god. Oh geez. Where did they go? Oh, I guess. Oh, what was that? I guess it was the wind.
Right. Okay. I'm sorry. There was a question. I was distracted.
Oh, I was asking, what spells does
Right.
what AOE spells does Ryu have? I kept wanting to say Fate Land.
Right. Okay. I'll pull it up over on this monitor so that everyone can see. No, not the Muppets. Not the Vault of Midas party. Here we go, Ryu. Alright. So, Ryu, her spells, that she has are, that are AoE, Sleep, Hypnotic Pattern, Plant Growth, technically, and that's it. In terms of AoE.
I see. Well, that's not bad. It just will have to like manually kill things, I suppose. I suppose I guess the main thing is I would try to be nice and sneaky and like walk up to say here with my shadow, like right here. And try to like peek around nice and quiet like.
Alright. Well, there are an indeterminate number of swarms of spiders in that hole.
Ah, so these are the real babies. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Ah,
Yes.
I see. That's horrifying. So if that's the case,
Well, they're kind of cute.
I feel like I should have given an arachnophobia warning, but I put the Spider Queen's name in the title, so
yeah.
If you watch the thing, we're fighting spiders today.
The spider eyes are so glittery. They're so cute. What do you mean?
I know. I think
Arachnophobia.
they're adorable. I think spiders are cool, but
I think spiders are kind of like cute. It's just once they start moving, I get really upset, and that's because my arachnophobia is weird. I'm convinced it's the movement. It's the skittering that triggers it, and also like the legs. It's weird. Also,
Yeah.
close-ups of eyes messes me up. Like it's weird because like my logical brain's like, yeah, this is cute, but like my animal brain's like, oh god, it moved like monster.
mm-hmm.
Like the weirdest, it's the weirdest cognitive dissonance. And the worst part is like different parts win on different days.
Yeah.
Oh no,
I
I know
understand.
that completely well. I have my like singular days here and there where I just cannot deal with spider.
Mm-hmm. That being said, though, praying mantises are cool, and I think that they're like adorable. But anyways, so we have spiders here. Okay, I'm gonna like motion for people to come up, because I'm trying to figure out if we could. Okay, these things probably have a shit passive perception. I feel like we could probably sneak by them. I'm gonna try and sense around for any traps or like tripwires, stuff like that.
You do not detect any such things with your tremor sense.
Okay. Okay. Were you gonna make me roll for it though, or is that just gonna be I don't sense any?
I'm telling you that you do not sense anything.
Okay. Should I
If you
try?
wish to sneak past the swarm of spiders, no roll is required because they have a passive perception of 8.
Anyways, guys, we're just gonna go ahead and sneak by these spiders. And if that's okay, I'm gonna motion for the
Harp,
unicorn to. Okay.
Harp says, "Hey, so have you ever heard of a Colville screw?"
No, you tell me.
All right, so you know what? I forgot. Never mind.
Are you saying that you don't want us to get into a fight, and then these guys come in from behind us while we have that monster in the front?
Yeah.
Okay, because the thing is, I'm trying to consider if we jump these guys and we don't get them down instantly, there's a chance that the thing's going to detect us, and then we're not going to get we're not going to catch it by surprise. I'm trying to figure out and I'm not sure those spiders are going to be that big of a problem. You dig? You know what?
Yeah, I guess you're right. I just wanted to, point that out, that if we don't take them out now, they'll be blocking our way out later.
Do you think we could kill them fast enough for them to not make a noise?
No.
Then I'm going to say it's probably for the best if we sneak on by and initiate a... Heck, then again, if it's... can I, let me share something.
Sounds like a good use for the smokeweed, though.
Can I start to feel this big... Okay, if I start to move up, will I feel this big pit here?
Yeah.
Okay.
Looks like you've got 60 feet to it already. Or to, the
Okay.
edge. So you know that there's, a big pit ahead.
Yeah, and that's probably where it lives. And if it's down in that pit, and if we get a jump on it and it's, at the bottom, there's no way we're going to get in melee range of it anyways. Yeah, no, once I have that knowledge, I'm actually just gonna, I'm gonna say, you know what, I'm gonna sort of realize that us getting in melee is probably kind of a pipe dream before it moves. So we should probably just kill these guys. So I just realized, so I just felt, so it turns out there's a giant pit over there. You can probably see it. I fucking can't. Well, I couldn't see it until now. So what I'm thinking is, they're probably at the bottom of the pit. There's no way we're going to get in melee range before the surprise happens. Once the surprise is gone. So you're right, Harp. Let's kill these spiders.
I heard spider killing.
Oh yeah, there's some baby spiders over here, Ryu. Be quiet, we're going to catch them off guard and kill them before they can get to us.
Yeah.
Are you be excited for murder? And then we all roll initiative.
I don't know why I was expecting babies. No, murder.
It took me a second because I was like, we could catch them off guard, but then I realized that pit has to be where they live, right? And
I mean, you can see that the name of the map is the Pit of the Spider Queen.
Yeah,
I mean, feel free to make whatever assumptions you want.
Yeah. If I was playing Blanco and I had 400 feet of range, I'd go for it. But tragically, that's not the case. I am a melee class. How it is. I actually have to go up and poke things in the eye myself.
Harp and Otto using that advantage on initiative.
Ooh.
Oh wait, did we have advantage on initiative?
No, they do.
They
because
did.
They're warrior sidekicks.
Yeah, warrior sidekicks
okay.
get a trait called battle readiness, which gives them advantage on initiative.
That's very good.
Mm-hmm. Makes them
That's
very
not
useful
bad.
in any party that tries to get surprised and stuff as well.
I have to say this. I've just realized something.
Oh, I gotta roll for the unicorn. And Dia, we need initiative from you. Okay, you did roll.
I rolled, but I wasn't set as Dia at the moment.
Oh,
No problem.
let's see.
And I rolled a 2.
So, big thing I just realized though. This party, Imagine if it had 5 more sidekicks. Wouldn't that be funny?
Why do you say that?
Because I wanted to say the one thing that would cause you the most psychic damage.
Oh, well, it did. By the way,
Oh god, that's a lot of spiders.
yeah. All right. But the spiders are surprised. Let's switch over to some combat music real quick. Oops.
Can you stab them? Can you stab them inside of there? Is it like a pit in the wall, or is it like a bunch of cracks and stuff that they're all hiding in?
There's like a big hole, but like you're gonna have to wait for them to come out.
I see.
Or you can attack them with disadvantage, which they're surprised, so that kind of
It levels out.
yeah. All
Can we
right.
flush him out?
Harp's gonna fly forward, and Harp is going to shoot with his short bow. Pow pow. At one of the swarms. He's gonna crit, and then he's gonna roll an 18 for a total of. Okay, first, they will have resistance.
They've got.
So they're swarm.
Oh, they have resistance. Oh, I see.
So it actually only does a total of 6 damage, and and it doesn't make sense for his for fairy poison to work on them. Let's see, they're
It doesn't make sense for it to really work on a swarm, right? So you could assume that that he killed the guy that he hit, right? But there's like 7.
yeah. But I want to check the wording of the ability from the original monster that Harp is. Let's see. Okay, they become poisoned, and but the spiders are immune to the poison's condition, probably? No, they are not. Alright. So technically, rules as written, he can poison a swarm.
Ah,
Because
But does that
mechanically
feel dumb,
speaking,
though?
but it feels dumb, so I'm not going to allow it.
Yeah. I support that
no,
decision.
hang on.
If it was a magic ability.
The poison could be. The poison could, explode into a little cloud.
Mm,
Goes pop.
Fine. I'll run it as written. Alright, hold on. What, it's a, con save. Pop out. 11 and 14, they make their saves. Alright, and then Harp will use the last 15 feet of his flight to move back away. Ryu, your turn.
So they're all in here, right?
Mm-hmm. Yes. And they are surprised. So if you want, you can move into the room if you like.
I think. Yeah, she can move 20 feet here. We cast into here.
Mm-hmm.
20 feet. And let me look at his spells. I'm thinking sleep, actually. Because they don't have a lot of hit point, right?
Would you like to make a tactics check to learn how many hit points a swarm has?
I would like to make a tactic check.
Alright, make a tactics check. That is
17.
sufficient. Alright. A swarm of spiders has 22 hit points.
That's a bit more than I expected.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, so sleep will probably only take out, like, the one of the swarms. And it might do less than that.
Alright, then she's gonna cast her signature move, Hypnotic Pattern.
Okay. Also, Aranya, I know, I'm sorry, but please go right now and look at the art Deeves posted in,
Okay.
in art on the Worlds of Heroic Adventure Discord. He's been creating our Sullen Stars characters using AI art, and he made Ace.
Oh my god.
Oh no.
He's made Ace.
And he's doing like I think he's working on like a card game or something. I don't know if that's real or not, to be honest. But
Well,
it's awesome.
What is
It's
he
perfect.
using? What is he using? Jeez.
You'll have to scroll up in the art. He talks about his process. He uses a few different AI things. Yeah.
Where's
He uses
Caitlyn?
novel AI to get the first draft of it, and then he uses Stable Diffusion Web UI for like fixing mistakes, and then sometimes he'll do a manual touch up with an actual, art program to get the final result that he wants.
Oh, that's
What is
no,
the
because like
Caitlyn
he's
in this?
nailing it, yo.
Yeah. You can see you can
Good
see
shit.
the other ones he's done. This one is probably like this one for the indiscriminate bombardment card is probably like the weakest one, but it's still like not bad. This is, he did Wickus, his character from the same campaign where I played Ace. And then there's Erica Pond, the character he played after the otter got arrested for being too good of a cop.
Oh, I was gonna assume, did he get utterly screwed by circumstance?
Yes. He was utterly screwed. All right. I'm sorry to derail, but I just saw the ace and I was like, oh my god, my character, he looks so cool now.
He does look
Alright.
so cool.
Yes. And he is so cool. And still, we all got arrested and sent to space prison. Yes.
It's Prison World, which is kind of like in Utopia.
Oh, okay. So
like,
Khan
like
has
Alien.
Khan in Twitch chat has some additional information. He said the game is happening, so Deeves is making a card game, and he's going to incorporate it into VR chat.
Ooh, nice.
Nice.
Yeah. I mean, it's a nice space prison. Yeah, like we're being forcibly assimilated into the alien culture because we offended them by trying to steal from them. So now we're being assimilated against our will into their culture as
We're being
as
civilized.
punishment.
Yeah. it is
And
well.
we have refused the getting our brains
Chair.
educated with the chair. They have a magic psychic chair that teaches you things, and I am terrified of it because I don't want their alien technology fucking with my brain. But I'm sorry. I'm sorry to derail. Back to playing the Dungeons and Dragons. Yeah. Some of the party did take the deal. All right. So Rio, you wanted to do a hypnotic pattern over the swarm of spiders, yes?
Yes.
All right. Mark off that spell slot. You can easily fit all of them in there, so I'm just gonna do a bunch of wisdom saves. Oh wait.
What? What are we waiting for?
I'm sorry. Swarms of spiders. Swarms of spiders are immune to charm.
Nah, that's only one thing I do.
Alright, you still have 10 feet of movement
you have
left.
known this?
And a bonus action.
Yeah, I guess she would not have known this. Shit. God, I wish I had some sort of psychic fireball. Oh well. Just look at it. Oh, it is so perfect for a fireball.
Yes, this party is very much lacking in fireballs.
Fireballs are kind of the one
Yeah,
thing that we
good back.
we lack, isn't it?
Yeah.
Mhm.
Oh
Alright.
boy, this is gonna be painful.
Alright, Otto's going to move 15 feet into the room. He's going to target the already damaged swarm with advantage. Longbow, longbow. $13 does hit. So he's going to do a total of 8 damage to that swarm. Then he's just going to move back 15 feet to where he started. Black unicorn. Move. And it's already used that. Can't really attack until doesn't want to go squeezing into there. Well, you know what? You do have a surprise round. So it can move. Maybe let's see if it can move in and then back out. Not with its movement speed. So it's just gonna charge into the room and pass its turn. Yurov.
It is my turn. Must do a thing. Well, there's only one thing to be done. I run up. Alright! Prepare to die, you dastardly things! And then I will stab at the wall with my thing. So I have advantage because it's a surprise, but I also don't have advantage because
Yeah, you also have disadvantage because you're having to squeeze into this hole.
that is 14 damage onto this ball of wolves.
Alright. That swarm of spiders dissipates. It is no longer a swarm.
19 onto this one, and that is 16 damage.
Okay. That will be 8 damage.
And then I'm gonna have my funny little ghost come up to here. That'll be my turn, and now it'll be, and then now it'll be Dia.
Oh wait, hold on. Your poison thorn deals poison damage.
Oh wait, are they immune to the?
Oh wait, no, I'm
fair.
sorry. I was looking at. No, they're not. They're not. I was looking at the unicorn by accident because it was on top.
So they're
they're
not
not
immune to poison damage. They're just immune to the poison condition.
They're not immune to the poison condition either.
Oh, okay, okay.
Which is why I did check for Harp's thing.
Oh, okay.
All right.
And then,
Anything else from Yurov?
oh, that's it. I'm not gonna blow any resources here.
All right, Dia.
Alright, I am just going to, It's not really much I can do. So I was thinking about coming up ahead
Mm-hmm.
and, just taking the dodge.
Dia, are you intending to still be in big mode?
I didn't know if I had a choice, so I just kind of assumed that I was.
Oh, not a bad idea to have it going, TBH.
Yeah, I'm kind of 50-50 on it in this case, but
You're gonna have to
I
turn.
think
I mean, I feel like you're gonna want to have it when we fight the big giant spider. I'm not afraid of these guys.
yeah, but I can drop it. I just figure I'd smush more spiders in big mode.
It's a good point.
So I will.
Nice. Extra damage and using the big sword will smash more spiders.
Mm-hmm. So yeah, I'm just gonna dodge. So we
Okay.
got safety boys behind me.
All right. The swarm of spiders is no longer surprised. Harp will take his turn. Cart moves forward. He will shoot at the damaged swarm. He will do a total of 6 damage. And the spider swarm will make a couple of con saves. Oh, okay.
Ooh.
So the first swarm actually falls asleep. After the first one. So he would actually make his second shot at a different swarm as to not wake them up. Shoot the one behind them. I've been two songs at the same time this whole time.
I thought you were, cause like I heard it very quietly underneath, and I'm like, is it still chilled out underneath the fight?
I didn't know, I'm sorry. I didn't notice, I didn't hear. Alright, and then Harp will move back and land on Dia's like shoulder, but like behind her. Ryu.
Dia is in the way.
Cousin, you can climb over me.
Well, I'll climb under you.
Yes, you can crawl. You
Oh.
can crawl between her legs.
Yeah, Ryu will crawl between her legs.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, all wiggly like.
You can also move from there to you can also move through a square if you.
Alright. I think she's gonna step here and start hurling insults into the hole.
All right.
Let me roll. Let me target this one directly ahead.
Okay.
With a vicious knock. Yo, mama's so fat.
Natural 20.
I guess your mama jokes aren't that great anyway.
They are not ashamed of their mother's thick abdomen.
Mm-hmm.
Mm. Their mother's thick neck.
Anything else for you?
No, that's
Okay. Excuse me. Pop, pop. I don't have advantage this time.
Wow.
The 22 and 22 hit. Alright. 9 damage. This damaged swarm. Auto moves behind the big lady. The unicorn has no targets that it can get to without squeezing with Yurov. We'll just move a little closer and ready to stomp any spiders that get close. Yurov.
It is my turn. Okay, we shall see. I guess I stab this guy. See what happens.
No! That one's the sleeping one.
I stab this one. Let's see what happens. I have disadvantage, right? So does the 16 hit?
The 16 does hit.
I guess keep the 17 then, because
right.
that.
Hold on. I gotta do some math, as I realized, like, they do not resist your poison damage. So, I really wish you had your macro set up so it would divvy up the different types of damage.
Oh, you're right. Oh, so they do resist
so
poison damage?
So you did 11 piercing damage, which becomes 5. And then the poison is 2 and 4. So that's 6 poison, which goes through normally because they're not resistant to that.
Oh, I see. Let me fix it real fast. 2d4 and there. Let's try this now. And then this next one, that is 13 and then 4 poison.
All right. Yes. 13 and 4 poison. So the 13 becomes 6, and then the 4 poison leaves it with 1 hit point.
I am enraged. Anyways, I guess it's now Dia's. I guess I'm just gonna. I'm gonna back up to like here. Oh wait, no. I'm gonna swap places with my shadow.
Okay.
And then I'm gonna have the shadow back up to like here. This one would get a opportunity attack, but I mean.
It will.
And shadow gone. But I still have a bonus action, so I will resummon my shadow. And that's my turn.
All right. Dia.
Okay, I am just going to move up.
Oh, actually, it didn't get an attack of opportunity for a reason. Your shadow is just fine.
Oh, okay.
They have a reach of 0. They have to actually enter your square.
Oh, that's funny.
Because they're a swarm.
Gosh.
They have to like swarm over you. I didn't realize.
All right.
This is a lot of tight movement.
Yeah, there's not a lot of places for Dia to stand without squeezing.
Yeah. If I can move, I can squeeze past and get up into this corner. And just ready my action to squish the first thing that comes out of the hole.
All right. Something starts coming out of the hole. Please roll with disadvantage to squish.
Okay.
It's going to sneak on by. And then it's going to attempt to swarm onto Yurov. But as it does so, that triggers the unicorn's readied action.
Oh no.
Hooves!
Stomp them flat.
He stomps them flat. The swarm of spiders ceases to be. This swarm is going to go on to Ryu. The swarm only has 20 feet of movement, so it's going to go on to Dia. I hope Dia is not arachnophobic.
Oh gosh.
No, I've picked plenty of spiders out of my fur. good protein.
All right. Well, an entire swarm of spiders, a massive swarm of spiders leap from the hole and all begin climbing onto Dia, crawling along her body and biting at her with every tooth they can, every bit of exposed skin. 1, 2, 3, 4. What's your AC?
17.
17. So that's a hit. That's a hit. That's a critical hit. All right. So you take a total of you take 19, 26 piercing damage as this tiny spiders bite you all over.
Ow.
All right. At the end of the round, the pheromones of distressed baby spiders alerts the guards. Emerging
Wait.
from the tunnels up here, 2 giant spiders will be joining the fight. They will now roll into initiative. And initiative 20. Harp! I'm just gonna move forward. Oh, I'm sorry. I missed one. Ryu also got attacked by a swarm. 6 doesn't hit. Okay.
Oh no.
Harp is going to shoot at the swarm that is on Ryu. He picks off a couple of spiders, pinning them to the wall behind Ryu. The spiders are not poisoned. Ryu, you're covered in spiders, and so is Dia.
This is not a good day.
This is a terrible day.
What a fucked up day.
Ryu,
What a terrible day to
smoke
be
weed?
first.
Maybe.
She's looking at stuff to enemy, but like, that's the spell slot. I'm gonna save that for the boss, maybe. So she's gonna, use her rapier to kind of like try to sweep and cut the spiders off of her.
Okay. Make a rapier attack. Okay. 20 hits. That is 3 damage.
Question: if she disengage, would she be able to like slip away from the spider swarm or no?
Yes. Mechanically, the swarm is not grappling you or grappled to you in any way. So, if you move out of the square, they will not come with you. They're just occupying the same square as you mechanically. But so if you disengaged, you could move away. If you were to move away now, though, they would get an attack of opportunity.
Okay. That would be 3 attack of opportunities, I think, right? So,
No, because they have a reach of 0. They only threaten the square they're actually in because they don't have like arms. So
Yeah,
it would be one
okay,
attack of opportunity.
we will take the attack of opportunity to not be in the spiders anymore and just like fleas or batting her claw like I like spiders.
Okay. They roll a 6 to hit. You get out without any bites. Somehow, despite being covered in spiders, you have miraculously escaped without a single bite.
She's a slippery, tricksy.
Mm-hmm. You
Yeah,
could
that's
have been
okay.
the mother of spiders, but you didn't want to.
Yeah, no.
Um,
Can't really be a superstar while being a mother so very easily. You still got a career to do.
That's true. That's true. All right. Thus ends Ryu's turn. Or do you have it? Do you want to give out any inspiration or anything?
No, that's it.
All right. The giant spiders, hearing the cries of distress of the tiny baby spiders, are going to dash. Get as close as they can. That one moves, dashes. This one dashes, and he only gets to there. The giant spiders are coming. Auto. Do you want me to shoot the big ones or the little ones?
The big ones.
Gotcha. Let's see where he can get. Alright, he's gonna like come up here, and he's gonna like,
Start clinking them full of mean old arrow bolts and what have you.
yeah, he's gonna like lean around this corner to shoot at this one. Longbow. The big ones are not resistant to piercing damage, so he does his full damage.
Little XD get wrecked.
Alright. Black Unicorn.
I will be right.
Okay.
Okay. Black Unicorn is going to start continuing to trample the little guys with a hooves attack and a horn attack. Guys, I swear, he's not bad at fighting. But
Yeah,
he can't hit a swarm of spiders, so... Okay. He's then going to move here. Since he can do so without provoking. In order to body block the giant spiders.
Ooh.
Yurov.
I walk up to this boy and I stab. Ooh. No, I don't.
I think these spiders are very lucky.
Next one. Wait, I need to roll
Alright.
again. Wait, no, I don't have to roll with disadvantage. That's 12 damage, and he's alive with 1.
Yes.
Anyways.
Good job.
I'm gonna just bring my shadow over to here. I would honestly just use the bonus action to bring it back here, and I'd probably just have it right there. Just to eat an attack or something. Being all spooky and ghostly and shadowy. And I guess it's Dia's turn.
Alright. Dia,
Okay.
you are having a very
I-
itchy time.
Yeah, I'm incredibly itchy, and as much as I want to swat all these bastards off of me, I don't think I can take another 4 to 6 swarm bites.
Mm-hmm.
So I think
Unless
I'm
you were
going
to
to
rage. The swarm bites are
Good.
piercing damage. As you can see.
I mean, I had rage because you're probably. I feel like, well, heck, how many more rages do you have?
I only have one more. I was trying to save it for the boss.
I was thinking the boss might show up, honestly, because you're fighting right next to her, but it's probably a good idea just to save it in case, because, like, I don't think the 2 extra damage is really going to matter against these guys.
What I'm thinking is I'm just going to plant and take the dodge action. And I am imagining this as less of like swatting to do damage and more just trying to push them off.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I suppose if they do start biting you, I do have like 25 points of lay on hands, so I can just give you a pat on the back.
I really wish I still had second wind too.
Alright, Dia's taking the dodge action, huh? Alright. This spider would very much like to eat some delicious wolf flesh, but will have to settle for being starving to death on a skeleton.
No.
19 to hit you off. Alright.
No.
And the other spiders are all going to attack Dia with disadvantage.
Right.
This one has less than half its hit points remaining. 7 will not hit. The other 3 all have full hit points. 2, 3.
Disadvantage? Don't you mean Dias advantage?
Dias advantage? Alright. Well, well, it looks like that saved you from a bad time.
Thank goodness.
All right. All right. Harp is going to try and finish off the badly wounded swarm. Let's see if he does. That swarm scatters about. No longer a threat. And then he's going to shoot at the injured swarm that's on Dia. 17. 3 damage. I don't know why I bother clicking his damage button, but it feels like I have to. I gotta roll the D1. Doesn't feel official if I don't. Alright, it didn't have disadvantage on the con save, so it's an 11. So no poison effect. Alright, Ryu. Dia's covered in spiders. You've got giant spiders coming from the north. What are you gonna do?
You can't really help her cussing out that much. I think. Actually, yeah. You know, it's fine. The unicorn's blocking the thing. We're just gonna move in and use her rapier to like start swiping away spiders directly in front of her. Get her cussing out.
Okay.
That's a good touch, this.
Thank you, cuz.
Anything for you, cuz.
Right. Make your attack roll.
Oh.
Alright, 5 damage.
5? Oh.
They're resistant because they're a swarm. They're just resistant to bludgeoning, piercing, and slashing damage. It's like, if you stab or smash or, cut one in half, it only does so much to the overall swarm.
Alright.
Alright. Anything else, Rio? Movement or...
No, that's it.
Alright. The giant spider doesn't understand that your shadow is, well, I mean, there's nothing it can do anyway. It has to get past it. so it's gonna try and bite you.
Hey, you shall fail. Unless he doesn't. Haha! The shadow is fine.
All right. The other giant spider from behind is going to use its web attack on the shadow because that's a ranged option it has.
He is now webified.
All right, you are now webbed. I know it doesn't matter because the shadow will teleport, but the spider would be like, I can't get to him in melee. I will shoot him with my web.
If I teleport to the shadow, I'll be webbed. So I'd need to just make a new one. But
yes,
it'll be the most disappointing feeling for that spider.
Yes. But I suppose it did steal your bonus action, so that is something that it did.
I do value my bonus actions.
Alright. Otto is gonna, like, just pop out behind the black unicorn. He's gonna start shooting giant spiders. He's gotta add another giant spider tally to his, belt.
He's killed a lot of these boys, hasn't he?
He has. Alright, so this first arrow kills the one in the front. Its corpse, now collapses here, being difficult terrain.
Does it curl up and, its hydraulic muscles, just all go limp?
Mm-hmm. And then his second shot, injures the one behind it. Alright. And then I guess Otto's just gonna move back into full cover. Black unicorn. Alright. Miss Dia, you appear to be covered in spiders. Would you appreciate a healing spell at this time? Or should I smash the spiders?
Take your choice and our beef is squashed. Please.
Alright. It comes up and it pokes you in the butt with its horn. And you heal 7 hit points, and any diseases or poisons that you have upon your body are erased, are gone.
What's your AP right now, Leo?
17.
Holy fuckeroni! I didn't know it was that bad. I couldn't see underneath the bar.
Yeah, I've been. There's a reason why I've just stood here and dodged.
I'd hit you with like 20 points of cure wounds.
No. I think you said AC, but you reacted as if she answered with her hit points. Her hit points are at 39.
39.
Her
did I say what's your AC instead of what's your AC?
You asked what my AC was.
I don't know where I am today. At least, okay, so you're bad, but you're not that bad. Okay.
Yeah, you're like
you're in the pit of the Spider Queen. The map,
bad?
it's right here on the name of the map.
So,
all right. That was the Black Unicorn. That was their action. Okay. Yurov.
Alright, well, Mr. 2 out of 20. Hey, Dia, hold still. I need to stab those things. It's dead, right?
Yes.
2 HP.
Mr. 2 HP is now dead. There are now less spiders swarming over Dia. Hey, you can't move, Mr. Shadow.
That's because I've remade him as a bonus action.
Okay.
And he's gonna walk back up to there.
I feel swarmed by slightly less spiders, but still an incredibly large amount of spiders.
Holy hell! Let me hit you with my rapier.
All right.
I'm so happy you don't do thumbles, because right now it'd be the fucking time, right?
Yeah. I mean, to be like, I don't do fumbles in general because that's a terrible rule. But I do kind of think that natural ones, when you're like shooting through an ally, should do something. They don't in the rules, so I don't do it. But I do think 3rd edition was right about that, at least. That it should be difficult to shoot a ranged weapon through an ally. It shouldn't be something...
If someone's getting cover from an ally, there should be a chance that you hit the ally.
Yeah. It's just because... I don't know. At least on a natural one, right? It should be... should be like a normal miss, maybe not. But... You know, a normal miss, definitely not. But...
I'd go far as to say if you miss by like 10 or more. But I mean... But anyways, Dia, it is now your turn.
Yeah.
Oh goodness.
You're getting spittered upon.
Yes.
Yeah, I don't know if I'm ready to try and swat him off me, or if I should keep dodging.
I just keep dodging.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking, honestly.
I'm
just gonna keep trying to get him off me.
Their ability to hit seems pretty bad.
Even if I could hit, it's all slashing. Oh, you were talking about their ability to hit. Yeah.
Yeah. Their ability to hit seems kind of bad. Well,
they do respectable damage when they hit, though.
Yeah.
They do.
44
Very much
on
so,
a
yeah.
44 damage on it for a CR 1/2 monster is
not bad.
Not shabby.
What is that?
You're right.
Like,
they only got a
not
+3
bad.
to hit. So.
I was just rolling the 44 because you said 44 is respect. I'm like, yeah, it's not bad. Still not.
I mean, again, remember, this is a CR 1/2 monster.
Oh yeah, this thing can kill a level 1 mage in like one hit. But then again, a lot of things can.
So, Dia, or did you decide on dodging, or?
Yes, I am continuing to plant and dodge.
All right. Sorry, I was talking to Girov.
No worries.
And I didn't get you. Okay, swarm of spiders. Well, they're all on Dia. They're gonna keep biting Dia. 1, 2, 3 attacks.
With this.
With disadvantage, right? Okay, let me re-roll those 2 that hit. All right. Unfortunately, 1 attack did hit. I will use the damage I already rolled. So that is 10 piercing.
I'll take it. Ow!
Harp is gonna like fly up over the unicorn. Seeing that Dia is in trouble, he is going to start shooting at this spider. Deal his damage. 6 points altogether. Right. Ryu.
She's gonna continue in helping clear these spiders from her cousin.
Alright.
Another rapier attack. A 3.
Another 3 damage. Put the other step back. Alright, damage dealt. Right. I need to add something. Let's do it this way. Okay. Alright. Giant spider up here. Crawls over the body of its other. It's gonna try and get through. Try and get through Yurov's shadow. With a bite.
Let me see. Oh yeah, no, my boy, he turns to mist and evaporizes.
Alright. Spider gets to there. I will also roll a d6 to see if its thing does not recharge. Okay. Auto is gonna step in here.
Take the shot.
Should he take the shot or should he go melee with the magic sickle?
I'd take
can
a
take
shot
the shot.
and then bring out the sickle and go in with that.
He'll just kill it with arrows. It's more his style.
No, that does check out.
Alright. But now the hallway is filled with spider corpses. Being difficult terrain.
Sporpses right in the way.
Mm-hmm. Alright. Black Unicorn's gonna move in. It's gonna squeeze with Ryu in order to attack the spider swarm. It's on Dia. It will be ineffective. We'll move off of Ryu. Yurov.
Alright, I'm gonna go ahead and I'm just gonna come to here and stab the one with 13 health.
Okay.
Hey-ya! And I'm assuming does that kill it or no, it doesn't.
Yeah, so that's 6 damage,
Ja!
and another 3 poison damage, and then you'll kill it with the second attack.
And then I'm going to come up to here and I will resummon. Do I have the movement for that? Yeah. Alright, and then I'm gonna go ahead and resummon my shadow. Come here, shadow. Oof. I'm giving out the pen. Now there are 2 of them. Anyways, it's Dia's turn.
Alright. Dia! There are approximately half as many too many spiders on you.
It's still a very large amount of spiders on me. I feel like I've just gotten combed for lice.
You can disengage if you want to get away from them.
I could do that now.
But if you do, if you move away from them, they'll just swarm over Rhea.
Yeah, and I can't let them swarm my cousin. Hell no. What I'm really considering is okay, I want to take the attack action, but for my first attack, I want to try and make a shove on the swarm of spiders standing nearest to the hole.
Okay. So, you're trying to shove it like here?
I was just trying to shove it back into the hole.
Back into the hole. All right.
By 5 feet.
Okay. Make an athletics check. You need to beat a 2.
Okay. That was a 13.
All right. The spiders are pushed back into the hole.
Okay, and with the second part of my with my second attack from the attack action, I'm gonna slash. I'm gonna slash the last boy that's on me.
Okay.
So.
I'm sorry.
No.
All right. All right.
Yeah,
First swarm of
that's gonna
spiders
end
that's
my turn.
on you. 15 will not hit.
It will fail. I believe in you. I'm so
No.
sorry.
Not fail.
10 piercing damage as the swarm leaps back from the hole and covers you.
Nibble,
I
nibble.
had an idea. It failed.
Yeah. All right.
I'm not too proud to admit that.
Meanwhile, something is emerging from the pit.
Oh boy. You motherfucker, you bastard! You bastard! I know this song.
All right. Shireth begins emerging. Angry, the giant spider climbs up the webs, furious, and ready to defend her lair. Shireth has entered the battle.
Does you see her?
Oh, technically you can't see her from here, but for the sake of drama, yes, Ryu, you see her. She's bigger and more powerful than you remember, but you know it's her.
You bitch! Remember me?
You're the little food which burnt down my old lair.
I'm gonna do that to this one too, bitch!
Don't you remember what happened last time? This time you
I
won't
brought
escape.
friends this time.
Appetizers. You aren't going anywhere.
Also, Ryu's gonna like talk at Dia for a bit and points at the sheriff. Cousin, that's the bitch that bullied me.
Start healing her, like now, please.
Yeah, I'll get her real bad, I say as I'm bleeding out.
Alright, Shireth unfortunately rolls low on initiative. And it's now Harp's turn.
Did you mean fortunately?
I said what I said.
The problem is I couldn't walk out to here and I couldn't get there if I wanted to. But, yeah.
Alright. Harp. Fury boils up in his normally calm, peaceful, sprightly soul, and he sees Shireth. He wants to put a short bow arrow in her smug, stupid face. And he's got the range. He moves up. He fires his short bow. Pow, pow. 18 and 20. The first arrow bounces off the spider queen's exoskeleton hard as steel. The second buries itself in a joint and manages to deal its damage. But she now needs to make her Constitution saving throw.
Oh no, she made it. Let's see that number.
Unsurprised.
Oh, +3, so she can fail these.
Harp will then complete his movement, moving into cover, not knowing what trick Shireth can play. Ryu.
She's gonna heal Dia, I think. Let's see what she's got.
Thank you.
She has Cure Wounds, so she's gonna cast Cure Wounds on Dia.
Alright. You gonna upcast it any?
Let me see. I'm not using Greater Invisibility or Polymorph. Yeah, how healthy are you right now?
I have 19 out of 58.
Wait a minute.
Okay.
Yo, Ryu, I
I'm
just
gonna
realized something.
What? What?
For later use, can you actually polymorph your off shadow?
Maybe, I don't know.
Your shadow is not a creature,
But it has HP.
but it's not a creature. I don't believe.
That is probably a good ruling, but I'm gonna look this up, because I know some other lunatics thought of this horrible interaction of rules.
Right.
It's an object, is like a door.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so anyway, we're just gonna cast Cure Wounds, upcast it to level 4.
Okay.
Unlimited power! Oh.
Alright. 19 healing.
Oh.
Oh!
That's... That one was, unfortunate, but okay.
Mhm. That brings me up to 38. That's good enough for me.
Alright. Anything else, Ryu?
Nope, that's it.
Alright. No giant spiders at the moment.
I looked it up. I didn't see anything that said I could, so I'm going to assume I definitely can't.
Alright. Otto's gonna come forward. He's gonna longbow at the Spider Queen. This man can't miss.
He really fucking can't. Plink Blanc. But yeah, guys,
Plink
tactics
Blanc.
checks. You probably want to do those.
Oh yeah! Shoot tactic checker.
Black Unicorn's gonna move over there. And then it's gonna attack some spider swarms. 25. 6 damage. You're off.
Oh boy. I'm just gonna come over to here. I'm gonna give our little friendly Adia here 20 HP
Thank you.
from Lay on Hands. I'm gonna bank the last 5. Back to here. My Shadow's gonna go to here. Well, no. Shadow's gonna stay here, I guess, yeah. None under, oh, you're just setting it back so you can see her up good. Yeah, and then I'm gonna end my turn then.
Okay. Dia.
Alright, I should probably hold on to it till I get close to Shirath, but I think now is when is best for me to drop into a rage.
Yeah, more about. It's okay. Remember, if one of the spiders are on you, you can just run at her while the spiders are on you, right?
The spiders won't move with her.
Well, okay, fair, but I feel like they should. But I know rules is written they don't.
Yeah, they're not actually like on her in any way. They're just in her square.
Yes, and I'm
Yeah.
thankful because it makes it easy to get away from them. But carry on.
I do not want these boys chewing up the back line though. So, I'm gonna drop into a rage, and I'm going to, attack with, the big sword.
All right, 24 hits.
Let me...
Oh no, I didn't do it right. I accidentally caps locked the 8. There we go.
I'm considering burning a superiority dice for the 10.
Precision attack.
No. Crit. Let me see if that counts. No, that's just the damage roll. Okay. So
All right.
that's gonna be 11.
Well, so 22. 22 is your normal damage plus the +1 for being enlarged right now, plus another 4 for your rage and dueling. So that is 22 plus 5 is 27, and then it's halved. That's 13. I am still alive, admittedly barely.
Oh god, you're you're orbing out right now.
You're orbing
I
out
am
so
orbed
bad.
out right now. I play a little Undertale music and I get put in my orb. It happens every time.
That's what you get. I love Undertale though, but you knew this would happen.
Who doesn't?
I must be punished.
That'll be all for
I do
me.
love this metal. Oh, that's all for you? Okay.
Yes, I believe that'll be all for me.
I do love this metal cover of Spider Dance, though.
This is like my favorite song from the soundtrack, after maybe like one
too.
other.
I'm gonna be honest.
There's a version that added lyrics that I really like.
Probably my favorite song from there is actually probably Waterfall, but that's because I like my atmospheric shit.
Mm-hmm.
I like Hopes and Dreams because I'm basic.
Okay, yeah, but that's not bad. That's like saying your favorite character in like the prequel trilogy is like Obi-Wan. It's not a bad choice.
Yeah, my favorite prequel trilogy character was Jar Jar anyway.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna say anything, but I am judging you.
I mean, Darth Jar Jar is just the correct choice.
It
Okay.
is.
Yeah, see?
Lucas was a genius. They made him change.
I don't want to get a discussion about how good of a writer George Lucas is or isn't. But anyways,
Are you sure?
Talking
I mean,
like
think
that.
of what the controversy could do for the channel.
okay.
Wow.
Okay, I think Georgie is a really good idea man, but he needs someone to tell him, Georgie, you're a fucking idiot. Stop.
Fuck you,
You're
Spielberg.
not wrong. You're not wrong.
You're not gonna
well,
tell me
I
not
think
to put aliens in Indiana Jones.
Yes, I am going to tell you not to put aliens in Indiana Jones.
I
That
really
is
flew that out of
that just can't be forgiven. That's just not acceptable. It's
I
Alright.
airbrushed that out of my mind. Thank you.
yeah.
You're welcome.
So She-Ref dashes forward, and now she's going to get serious. The Spider Swarm will begin their turn. The Spider Swarms are going to attack Dia. No. As the Spider Swarm ends their turn, She-Ref is going to use a legendary action to web walk. Hi.
Ugh. Ugh.
Harp, is going to shoot his arrows at Shireth. She has his full undivided attention. The 19 hits.
Look away for half a second. There's a spider here.
She's going to use a legendary resistance.
Oh my god,
Harp.
did he force a legendary resist?
He did.
It did.
What a
Harp
fucking
flies up.
crazy dude.
Harp flies up, fires his arrows. Pow! Pow! Hey! Spider bitch! Remember me? And then he's gonna, fly a little back. Because he remembers her.
Imagine if you said no.
Alright. There's Harp, forcing legendary resist like a boss.
Ryu's gonna...
Ryu.
Ryu's gonna, like, climb onto Dia so she can, like, wipe out the last bit of the spider of the one of them.
Okay. Are you sure you
Ooh,
want to do that?
make me
Because that would,
suffer.
you
Yeah.
would technically be, squeezing, because Dia can't be mounted like that, normally.
Could I be like,
Yeah,
you
I'm
can't
the
mount
one
me in
who
battle.
likes that?
Yeah.
This is too
Yeah.
high stress of an environment.
Yeah, so you'll have
Ah.
disadvantage if you're squeezing with her.
That's fine. She'll just would at the spiders then.
Alright. The Vicious
Oh damn.
Oh.
The double one, it had 3 hit points.
Oh.
I was like, surely this'll kill it.
That is,
But,
that is tragic.
well,
Yeah.
okay, it's just gonna roll its save anyway. Unfortunately.
Unfortunate.
Any bonus actions, Ryu?
I'm gonna give Yurov a mode of inspiration.
Thank you. About to go.
Spider!
I've been a good boy.
Make that
I've gone
bitch
back
hurt.
to this place. Not anymore. Prepare for being your mom.
I could have been the mother of some spiders, bitch!
Alright. Auto. Auto's gonna move up here. First things first. Arrow attack. As soon as I find his character sheet. There it is. Our man!
Oh my god.
Otto is a TikTok or not?
Who would have thought that he was the guy that we needed, not the guy that we deserved?
And, alright. Yurov, do you want to handle the melee by yourself, or should, Auto,
This is what I live for!
Gotcha.
Oh.
Longbow again. Another natural 18, naturally. 8 more damage. Man,
So
can you
tough.
imagine if, like, Auto had, like, a magic bow or something?
God, dude, imagine if we got him, like, Yo, we gotta get this guy, like, some shit, man. Guys, start feeding this man magic items.
Yeah, we're fine.
Hey, I've tried to supply him. I've tried to get him better outfits. Y'all,
Alright,
y'all are the ones that are his handlers.
Shireth is going to use a legendary action to slam Yurov.
Haha, I am fine.
Alright. Black Unicorn. Let's get rid of some of these spiders. No, I didn't have disadvantage on that.
Be right back up.
Those spiders are gone. Horn. Oh yeah. Okay.
Mmm.
Black Unicorn comes in, gores the Spider Queen, and says, "That's for what you've done to my forest."
See, he can't be a bad guy. He's just a funny guy.
All right, you're off.
Well, I know what I gotta do.
Is this where you smite 6 times?
Friend comes to here. Channel Divinity. And I am inspired, yes.
You have a bardic inspiration, yes.
This is what I love
your
to
bardic
see.
inspiration also deals extra damage if you use it on an attack roll.
Well, I'm gonna go all out just this once. It does an 8. Oh, it does an 18 hit. No, it does not.
An 18 does not hit.
I'm gonna bardic inspiration in that.
All right, that's a good
So
one
it's
to bardic
1d10.
inspiration. 1d10.
7.
All right, so that Shiref needs to make a Constitution saving throw, or take 7 thunder damage in addition to whatever your attack does.
Hmm.
Constitution save. She'll fail, but she's not going to use a legendary resistance on that. So,
Yeah.
7. Okay, the 7 thunder damage has been dealt. Please proceed with your attack.
I am not making a tactics check.
You are not making a tactics check this turn. That
20.
would be great.
Alright. Oh yeah, by the way, I'm gonna
26
smite
hits.
that. I am gonna smite that first one. Actually, I should probably
Okay.
roll that now, actually. So I'm just gonna roll that into this one and turn this just with like a 5d8 on top of that. So just throw 16 more damage on.
Okay.
One of those was a level 2, one of those is a level 1. I'm gonna save the level 1 2 smite, the last one, in case I get a crit. Does a 19 hit?
Yes. 19
19
is
is the magic
number
number?
you need. Yep. So another 6
then-
piercing and 5 poison.
Plus another smite at level 1.
Another 15. All right.
That's
All right. And
plus, I guess, another
7,
4 damage.
and another 4 damage from the smite. That's a disappointing smite. All right.
But
Is
the
that
last one
is
was
that all?
really good. No, I've made only 4 attacks. I've got more to do because I'm action surging, and the Shadow Clone is doing funny Naruto stuff. 17 will fail, and then
17
21,
misses.
and then we'll just roll another 2d8. Sorry,
Okay.
yeah, 2d8.
Plus 13, plus the poison,
Woo!
plus another 16. All right, that's 112 damage. Because she's resistant to poison damage.
You only get to
Okay,
go all out
I
once a
realize I realized you guys couldn't see her health bar. So that's her health bar before.
Oh!
That's her health bar after Yurov takes the turn.
Oh my.
I almost got her in one turn. Fuck. Yeah, that's wait, yeah, that's it. There's nothing else for me to do. Dia, do you wanna throw a javelin at her?
What javelin?
Do it.
Get your
Do
kill.
it.
I can't
No,
finish him. I can't finish him.
All right.
That's it.
All right. She's gonna use her last legendary action to slam you, I guess.
Before that, can I do one more thing with my turn that I probably should have done?
Okay.
I move the shadow back.
Okay.
That is literally it, because if it dies, I don't care. Someone else needs to be able to move in and hit it. Sorry, carry on. But yeah, the 18 will miss.
All right. Dia. Wait, were you attacking from here?
Yeah, cause... Oh, wait, yeah, no.
That would have been +5 cover, buddy. I'm not gonna go back, but...
Oh, heck. I assumed that it was, like, occupying the whole thing. Sorry.
I mean, it is occupying those whole squares, but there's like a wall there.
True. Heck, that should have, yeah. Well, that makes that difficult. But if it makes any difference, I did miss with, well... We'll see, whatever. I apologize.
Yeah. It's alright. Alright, Dia.
Oh, gosh, I'm struggling between throwing a knife at the Spider Queen or just taking care of the swarm that's on me because you're off secure your kill.
I don't want to see her get... I don't care about kill stealing in this. And I don't want to have her have it... I don't want to see her get her initiative off.
Okay, yeah, that's a good point. I'm going to drop my sword, which I believe would make me small size.
Become small.
Become medium, technically.
And I am going to draw and
Non-lethal?
throw my knuckle duster.
The big sword is now here. I didn't mean to draw a Buster Sword, but I did, so that's okay. Alright, javelin
Perfect,
time?
how I envision it. No javelin. Dagger time?
Dagger time? Dagger time.
Dagger time. And does that have to be Dex for thrown?
It does not. The fact that it's a
cool.
finesse weapon means that it can be a
Good, yeah, I'm just throwing this really
dex.
hard.
Yeah. You could just fucking throw it. Well, 19 is her AC.
So that's gonna be 11 piercing
Question.
damage.
Can it be non-lethal?
Oh, Ryu, by all means, I was hoping that you would be able to shit talk her to death.
All right. The dagger flies forward, stabbing Shireth square in one of the eyes. The Spider Queen thrashes about. Blood, or rather I should say, ichor is oozing from the face wound. But she's too massive. The dagger's too big. It doesn't hit her brain, but unconscious. And she collapses in a pile, unconscious, unable to fight. She is defeated, but not dead. Although, left to her own devices, there's a chance she might. She'll be making death saving throws. Alright, Dia,
And,
anything else for your turn?
I believe that'll be my turn. I don't think I can bend over to pick my sword back up.
No, but you can
Yeah, I gotta
punch.
wait.
You can punch the spider swarm.
Oh yeah, let me go for that. I'm a little bit less beefy with my fists than I used to be.
Yeah. 10
Yeah,
doesn't
that's
do
not
it.
gonna make it.
Alright.
Oh well.
Shireth, Queen of Spiders, makes a death saving throw. She has one failure. swarm of spiders. Continues after its meal, which has become much smaller. Other spiders must be eating it.
Yay, more hug.
Miss. Harp's gonna fly up. Arrow the swarm. The swarm is now asleep.
Aha!
This combat is over.
We have done it! Ha ha! They got Eurobbed!
Aha! Yes. Oh, the things that you can do.
Ah,
I feel
glorious
like
victory!
restart my computer first, though. It's getting real.
Okay, so what do? She is making death saves. Do we try to heal them?
Yeah, so you have, she is making death saves. You can leave her to her own devices, although there's a small chance, there's a chance she'll roll a 20, and then we'll have to roll initiative again. In the case that happened, Otto and Yurov will have readied actions to shoot.
Yeah. I'm not gonna not be doing that until Ryu's done getting her vengeance.
Mm-hmm. But Ryu, the Spider Queen is there before you. She is massive and but vulnerable, unconscious, bleeding, helpless. What will you do?
Is it the glorious victory you were hoping for? Oh no.
Oh no. She dropped from the call.
The excitement was too much.
Did her internet give out at the most dramatic point?
That maybe. Is she still online on Discord? She's offline on Discord. Oh no!
You had to
Oh
reset.
no! She had to reset? She said that? When did she say that?
I don't know, but I just saw it in chat.
Oh yeah. Alright.
Oh no, did her computer decide that today was the day it remind us all that technology is not a tool, but instead an entirely separate entity from us that has its own objectives and desires?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, the War Wagon taught me the same thing today.
Does this mean, okay, on other news though, does this mean that I can add her to the list of enemies that have been Yuroved?
I mean, she was definitively Yuroved.
Jeez.
She's far from the most powerful boss I've made though. She's only like a CR12 monster. She's not.
Oh, okay. So she's not actually like. It's not. I feel like the Headless King was a lot spookier.
Mm-hmm.
Plus, he had all those fucking knights, which were fucking scary.
Mm-hmm.
But oh man, I also guess we did kind of like.
But it's been a long adventuring day, and you know.
Yeah. And we did.
There was a chance that you would be coming in here after doing the Goblin Fortress.
Yeah. Which we
With only a short rest.
Which we cleverly circumvented, like the heroes we are.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, there's a chance we actually no. Guys, we got what we came here for. I upheld my oath. Do we just want to leave the Goblin Fortress?
I was sent here for one thing, Yurov.
Yeah.
I have a purpose.
I know, but like, hear me out. We've done what we were supposed to do. You know, I once met a man that would argue that after you get what you said you're gonna do done, the gods don't get shit anymore. Okay. But then again, I guess if I kill those goblins though, I could impress the gods. But what if we die? Like at this point, any other goblins we kill are kind of just gravy, right?
Oh, I should make an announcement in the Discord server while we're waiting for.
But if we did that, we'd be wimping out. I don't know.
All I know is I was asked to do I was asked by Krieger to do one thing, and otherwise I was here to help my cuz.
Okay, so it's okay. Well, I guess once Ryu is done dissociating, we'll decide. But you do bring a point to this. It's just.
Cousin, are you okay?
As
hand over face.
As a result of the Fox's Tail party slaying Shireth, the Queen of Spiders, goblins will no longer have access to giant spider mounts in any of the campaigns.
I also upheld that oath that I made to kill the Spider Queen.
Mm-hmm.
That should add a law to the setting.
Right. Yes. +1 law for Yurov's oath to slay the spider.
Once again, I prove that I do not. I uphold my oaths and I get them done because I am the best paladin in the entire setting.
We're already up to. We're already up to Law 2. We just added a Muppet Kingdom.
I know, right?
You guys are seriously law maxing.
We paladins, we got to though. But that being said, though, don't tell Willow I said that. Because Willow's also a good paladin, low key. And I'd hate for her to know that I talked bad about her behind her back, because she is
here in chat. Hi, dude.
Oh God, Deej, no.
Oh, you look angry.
Aranya's back.
Aranya.
I'm sorry. So, what was the last thing that you heard? I didn't realize you were gonna disappear until you did.
Oh God, Deeves is mad. He heard me.
I remember, we were just done knocking down Shireth, and Eurov say, "You've got Eurov," and that was it.
Oh yeah. There's no chance for us to lose. We had Eurov the whole time, along with a party of support characters and a DPS that can do constant damage when I'm not novating. It's perfect. But what would you like to do with your incapacitated friend here?
Right.
Well, the plan is torture, but there's not really any people nearby, is there?
No. The original plan won't work. However, she is currently unconscious and helpless. If you wish to polymorph her into anything, with your last 4th level spell slot, she will not be able to resist it. But it does only last for an hour.
Yeah, that's not long enough. Could Big Deer drag her if we tie her
up? Not easily, but yes.
Could Big Deer and the Black Unicorn drag her after we tied her up?
Easier, but the Black Unicorn will not.
What I would say is we tie her up where she is. Okay, we do that. Big smart play. And then my suggestion after that is that you get your torture in. I don't condone torture personally, but I understand this is a personal vendetta, so I can't really tell you how to live your life in this case. But well, I do condone torture when it's a useful tool for avoiding further catastrophe. But, I mean, she did wrong you, so you kind of get to decide how you handle this grudge. I'm just gonna go ahead and sit back and let you have some fun here. Unless you need me. I can't really help move him at all. I'm kind of a skeleton.
Right.
Big noodle, you know?
And we are far away from civilization as well.
Well, any civilization
Yes,
that
if you
doesn't
were
want to
to
see us
if you were to
harmed.
try and the closest thing to civilization would be Gloomrot, but you would have to drag her through goblin-controlled territory.
Yeah.
Because you're right
it's
now at the top of the
difficult.
mountain with the Goblin Fortress in it.
Yeah, we don't have any. What's the word? We don't have any. What's the word? Teleportation and stuff. Yeah.
No.
Yeah. Honestly, I think we might be forced to do the responsible thing, which is to dispatch her on location.
We might have to, but we're just not gonna make it pleasant for her still. Right. Let's see. New plan then. Torture still going on. Definitely gonna make it slow and rather painful.
Of course, of
But
course.
instead of leaving her in a polymorphed form, appealing to people and just, let the
Mhm.
entire village,
Mhm.
yeah, she's just, we're probably just gonna like roll her down into her waves and like set it on fire.
All right.
Like that's like after the talking and the torturing is done, of course.
Mhm.
It is a
Cousin, I
death.
left you a gift.
It is a death fitting of those who betray the Horned God. So I will not. It's just fine. I hope you enjoy
Alright.
giving them that.
So I have an
I
important
know.
question before I just take over for the narration here.
Uh-huh.
Are you going to attempt to gather any useful information or questioning during the torturing session, or is the torturing session purely for your Fey interests?
Is there any reason for you to care about informations?
Mm.
Up to you.
I guess goblin killing is just generally good to have, so might as well ask. She doesn't really care if she's gonna answer or not, truthfully or not. She's gonna
Mhm.
suffer anyway. But well, maybe we should say something and in hope that Ryu will make it fast. She will not.
Oh, of
Mhm.
course, of course.
Alright. Go ahead and throw me an intimidation check in here to see if she will give you any accurate information.
Alright, let me check. Am I good intimidation? I am not good intimidation. Can, instead of intimidation, she wrote deception instead by deceiving her that, if she says the truth, she'll make it fast.
No. Intimidation
Oh,
is a skill in the skill for torture.
okay, no problem. She still got the crystal, by the way, for the
Oh
soul, and,
yeah.
yeah.
Oh yeah, you could use that and then give it to the funny hag.
Yeah, she's
Mhm.
gonna. Oh, she's
Oh
also gonna
yeah.
use that as
Can we
well.
assume that she used the crystal also on the goblins we killed off screen outside?
But one
Sure.
or
She gets
two.
one goblin soul from that.
I'm so sorry.
Alright, it's okay. So anyway, yes, she will also threaten her with the crystal. So if she's not saying, then into the crystal you go, and go become a hex, emanation, or whatever. You love to see it.
Ooh, there it is.
Alright. I was making an Arcana check to see if she realized that the crystal was indeed what it was, and then I was going to give you advantage, if if she made it, but she would have needed more than a 12. So she doesn't necessarily know that the crystal is what you say it is, for certain. But you still rolled the 21. So, all right, 21. I will have her tell you a little bit, about the Goblin Fortress. And in fact, I'll just show you the Goblin Fortress map. Why not? That's a good, that will inform your decision about whether or not you want to hunt these goblins, or if you want to,
Okay.
skedaddle. Alright. So, to enter the Goblin Fortress, you need to make your way up this winding cliffside. Through this fortified gatehouse, filled with murder holes and goblin archers. If you manage to get through the portcullis, the murder holes, the boiling oil, and through the front gate, the room beyond is filled with spider webs. Spider webs mostly controlled by the Black Spider, which serves at Drakot's side. The rest of the fortress includes stables where they keep more already trained spiders ready to be sent to the Feywild, along with the soldiers which make up the fortress's guard, including a pyromancer, a couple of goblin knights, and some scheming goblins and regular goblins, and fire starters who work under the pyromancer. And then there is, of course, Drakotz himself, the web walker, a very powerful goblin with several spider abilities. But he also has a treasure hoard.
So that's where the treasure is.
With a set of magical pipes. Shireth does not know what they do. Throughout all this, Ryu has a lot of fun and gets Shireth to spill all the secrets of her allies.
There's like
When
this mad, satisfied look on her face that really, for anyone who observing, reminds him that this cute, tiny little foxtail is actually a fae. And, when they are upset with someone, she can be pretty awful to them.
Mm-hmm. And with that, you hurl her body down into her own webs. Too disoriented to use her web walking, she gets tangled up in them, crashes to the bottom. And as you reach for your
you
torch...
ask Otto for a smoke.
Otto will come up. But as he reaches in and starts fishing out a match, the door on the other side of the pit opens.
Oh no. Oh god.
Oh god.
What?
Oh god, it's that fucking puppet string thing. Fire! Quick! Fire!
What the hell is that thing, and why do I feel like it's vaguely related to the overarching plot of the setting?
Emerging from the doorway comes a puppet. Nude, but undetailed. With 6 arms, spider silk-like threads from each finger. Its eyes look like spider's eyes. I need all of you to make a wisdom saving throw.
Okay.
Oh god, I don't have the paladin hug blanket 6th level funny thing. That would make it so I wouldn't be scared. I did get a 17.
Oh, no. You got a 9.
Oh, I gotta roll for the allies. Ah. Uh-oh. Ryu, Harp, and Otto bow before Puppet, the Void of Will.
Oh no.
Yurov, Dia, you have resisted the influence. You have to get Otto, Harp, and Ryu out of here. Yurov, you know you have to get Ryu out of here.
Fuck. There's the...
What's
All
the
right.
plan?
Yeah. Wait, fuck, give me a sec.
Yeah.
Wait, give me a sec. Yeah. We have to get them out of here. Unicorn! I will, fuck, does he understand what I say? Forget.
Yes.
He can comprehend, but he can't talk with me, right?
He can comprehend.
Alright.
He's got telepathy.
Unicorn. I have to explain
Yes.
this to you. I understand that your pride is great, but we must get that fox out of here, or else the entire world is dead, you with it. We need to ride out of here, and hard, okay?
Make a persuasion check, Yurov.
23.
Alright. It doesn't know what that thing is. But it knows it doesn't know what that thing is. And, he has not seen Yurov scared before.
Yeah. Yurov
Alright.
is going to, like, oh god, it's initiative, fuck. Ah, jeez.
Oh no.
Alright. Your objective here is not to defeat this creature. Your objective is to get everyone out.
God.
Right.
Hmm.
Alright.
Being a hero is fun in games until the void creature shows up.
Mm-hmm.
I have no
Right.
idea what's going on right now, but I feel sufficiently intimidated.
Meta plot. This motherfucker will delete us from existence, and Ryu is too important to die here.
If you get deleted,
Oh, yeah.
then every
Oh, yeah,
single time I
sorry.
have to get deleted also.
Rumi. Yeah. Sorry, Rumi, I forgot. You haven't encountered the Void before. Because
I
this
have
is your
not.
first character in this setting. Alright, so, long story short, Void enemies, have the ability to cause Void death. When they kill you, they don't just kill you. That's not enough. When they kill you, they erase you from existence. Forwards and backwards in time. So, it's not death, it's being never was. Does that make any sense?
That makes sense.
Alright. Now, Ryu is part of a prophecy. She's one of the 6 winds, which are supposed to defeat the Void and save the world. So, it would be very bad for her to never have been.
Yeah, pretty bad.
Yeah.
Yurov, you have initiative.
Okay.
I remind you, the giant spider corpses are difficult terrain.
Aware of that. I'm trying to think of ways I have to cheese this. 10 feet away, can go there, and then force its movement to here. Okay. So, Shadow will respawn 10 feet away. It's then going to use 15 feet of movement to get to here. I will then use half of my movement to trade spots with my Shadow. I am going to then try and grab Ryu.
Alright. Ryu, Yurov, make an athletics check. Ryu, make an acrobatics check. Yurov, you have advantage.
I'm so happy I put proficiency in this. Oh my god!
Alright,
I'd have advantage.
Yurov.
Didn't need it, but still.
Yeah. Alright. Yurov, you have grappled Ryu.
Okay, I've got her. At this point, this is a problem. Yeah, I've got 5, but moving. So pulling her away at this point is 5 feet is half movement.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So basically, you're only going to be able to get like 1 square right now.
Next question, though.
Mm-hmm.
Can I slap her out of it?
I guess you could make a tactics check.
That's a good idea. Intelligence. Probably not enough.
All right. I will not answer that. But you can
I
attempt.
am going to give her an
Well-
unarmed strike to the head to try and snap her out of it.
All right. Make an attack roll. With
I'm
advantage.
gonna use my rapier here, but okay, and then I'll do another one. I'm assuming a 21 hits for effectively
Mm-hmm.
like so I have minus -2 to my strength, but I'm
So
assuming
1 point of damage.
Yeah, 1 point of damage.
All right, Ryu, you may repeat that saving throw. Make a wisdom save.
Okay. Oh boy. Wisdom.
Ugh!
Ryu, you are
Yeah?
no longer under the control of Puppet. You realize what is happening.
Oh shit.
Yurov looks at you and says, Ryu, you are to leave immediately. I am going to get your friends, but you'll make it to that unicorn.
Okay. I'm gonna grab Hop.
On your turn.
Yes.
All right.
That is Yob's turn. That is everything he can do today.
Alright. Otto spends his turn groveling, and then attempts to repeat that wisdom saving throw at the end of his turn.
You see now?
Unfortunate. It is not.
Yeah.
Harp continues groveling and attempts to repeat his saving throw at the end of his turn. He is successful and realizes that
Great.
he is should not be doing this. But he's already ended his turn. Dia.
Okay, possibly strange decision here, but
Mhm.
I want to go forward and
Mm-hmm.
try to grab the giant spider corpse off the ground.
Okay.
And
So
drag
you can
out
drag
of
it.
the way.
You can drag it, although it will basically every square will count double.
Are you
So
strong and big enough
What?
to toss it?
I don't know if I
But
can
yeah,
toss
if you like dash, you can definitely move it out of the way.
Okay, so can I count it
Let me
as
just-
a dash, or is picking it, like grabbing it, an action?
Grabbing it, it's a corpse right now, so grabbing it is an object interaction.
Cool! Yeah, then I'm gonna use the dash action and then drag it
All right.
back.
You can move just like here,
That's fine. Just
or if you want to
making the terrain less shitty to get away from.
Yes, please.
Yes. 2 squares of difficult terrain are a lot better than 4.
Yeah.
All right. Ryu, I assume you used half your movement to stand up.
Yes. She's
Oh,
gonna try and
I
grab
assume you're
a
going to
foot.
have released your grapple on Ryu, yes?
Yeah.
All right.
Oh,
Ryu, what are you
God,
going to do?
Hmm. Hang on. Getting attacked snaps you out of it, right?
If you make the save.
It allows you to repeat the saving throw, yes. Harp
Okay.
made it,
So I
but
have two
Otto did
options that
not.
I'm considering.
Mhm.
I'm considering 2 things. I could use the rest of my movement to move, and then
Mm-hmm.
use vicious mockery to like tell Otto to stop being like the bitch.
It's not a bad
Mhm.
idea.
That thing is not what he's supposed to bow to. God damn. Alright, so yeah, she's gonna try that. Real quick.
All right. Otto will make his intelligence save. He will fail it. He will take 5 psychic damage. And he will repeat that wisdom saving throw.
Ah, come on.
Oh my god.
Alright.
Wouldn't it be nice if I had my paladin aura right now?
Yeah.
It's
Alright, so I can
okay.
move. Where can I move? Just to behind you, Ralph?
So
So each of these squares count as double. So, you could get to the other side of the spider.
Alright.
So that's an extra 10 feet from two difficult terrain squares. So that's 20. That 20 is 30.
might I
Yeah.
advise you that
Use
you
moving.
also give your bardic inspiration to somebody?
Yeah, she's gonna give body inspiration to Otto so that he could maybe make his save.
Can you use bardic inspiration on
Good idea.
saves?
You can.
Ooh, not a bad choice.
Yeah. And
And
when
ha-
you when
hectic
you
shit
use all right. 12 is
he knows it's a
insufficient.
void.
Yes, it is a void creature.
It is bad news.
Also, when you use Ryu's Bardic Inspiration for a saving throw, you get temp HP.
Ooh.
Equal to the roll. So, it's pretty... a pretty nice minor benefit. Alright. That's Ryu's turn. Black Unicorn moves up. And, readies an action to dash, when Ryu mounts up.
He's ready to make like a fucking banana and split.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Alright. Puppet. Puppet walks forward. As they do so, the spider webs reform under their feet, letting them just walk across the across this as if walking a tightrope without slowing down. It points a finger at Otto, and you see there's a string running from its finger to him. And it closes its finger, pulling on that thread. Otto makes his save. So he will only take half of the damage. He takes 19 damage.
Oh jeez.
Oh, gee.
The best thing about fighting these guys is these are the type of encounters you really want to have someone that can do tactics checks. We're all smart as bricks.
Alright.
Alright.
Alright, Yurov, how are you getting Otto out of here?
Slap.
Slap him.
First slap. I have advantage, right?
Yes.
He's 20. Get him 1 damage.
That'll hit him.
Bonk.
Alright.
Give me a save.
One damage. I make a wisdom save. That is not a success, but it almost is, so I will spend Ryu's Bardic Inspiration. That will make it. That'll save it. He snaps out of it. He's still prone, but he no longer has inspiration. He is no longer controlled, and he gains 5 temp HP.
Okay, I am going to...
As Ryu's magic note explodes and there's a sound of chimes.
Can I use my last action to grab him by his shirt and try and force him to his feet?
Yeah.
Would that be a grapple?
Athletics. That'll be a grapple.
That's a 13. Is he gonna try and resist it, though?
No, because he will not resist. So 13 will be sufficient. You grab him by the collar and you pull him to his feet. Using your movement instead of his.
I then point at the unicorn and say, "You are getting on that with us!" And then I am going to use the rest of my movement to fucking trade places with my shadow. And get on to, and then the other half of my movement to get on the fucking unicorn. I then say to the unicorn...
you used 3 halves of your movement there.
Oh, I did? Oh, I was getting him up half of it?
Yeah. I was basically letting you get him up, like, by spending half of your movement.
Yeah, then I'm just gonna blink back here, and then and leave my shadow there.
Yep.
And then the shadow's going to use its movement to, like, stand in front menacingly and point at the fucking... I guess if you had realized you could have had your shadow use half of its you're right.
the
I could have done
then...
that. Yeah, and then that works. Yeah. Man, this must be a lot of mental strain. He does that, and then he's gonna get on the horse and tell him, wait for Otto, and then we ride. Wait for Otto and Ryu, and then we ride. Boom. And then with that, I'm gonna say it's Otto's turn, right?
Mm-hmm. Otto is then going to dash. And mount up behind Yurov. And, like, dramatically turn back and offer a hand to Ryu. He knows who the main character is. It's definitely him.
You know what? It would be, he could be a main character, honestly.
Alright. And then Harp uses half his movement to stand up. He then flies 20 feet as the rest of his normal movement. He then flies 40 more feet as a dash.
Smart boy.
He knows he's only got like 30 hit points.
Yeah.
Alright. Dia.
Hey, can all three of you sit on the unicorn?
You've got your own legs, right?
What?
Alright, I'm going wolf mode and running out.
Alright. Dia goes big wolf mode.
Baru.
Ball?
Big pup.
Dia turns into Sif. And let's see, you've got 30 feet of movement.
Yeah. 40 in wolf mode.
Alright, 40 in wolf mode. Alright. Rio, you're gonna get on this unicorn?
You're just gonna turn into a fox mode and, jumps up to let Otto grab onto the unit.
Alright, yeah. Ryu, action shift into small fox. Jumps into Otto's arms. Otto holds on. The unicorn takes that as their cue. Ready to action, dash.
We skedoodle.
And
Can
move there.
Can Euros' shadow throw the torch down into the webs meanwhile?
Nope. At this point, the shadow fizzles because I'm too far away.
Okay.
Alright. And then it's the black unicorn's turn. It's gonna dash again. Removing you all from the map. Dia is now alone.
Yeah, I'm a lonesome puppy, but I kind of wanted to tail up the rear anyway.
I believe
Dia.
you. You can get away from this.
You have a moment where you look back dramatically as Puppet, the Void of Will, makes their way across the webs and comes and you exchange glances. You look eye to eye. And you watch as they begin pulling the corpse of Shireth up by the threads. And then you run.
Oops.
Oof.
And you escape.
Yurov is going to, as soon as we get out of there, he is going to tell that unicorn, I don't think you understand the gravity of what you just did, but you might have just saved the world.
I do not understand the gravity of what I have done. I don't understand what that thing was. This looked like some sort of construct? A doll?
It was an assassin sent here to take out a chosen one. You see those
After
things?
me.
They're after you because they understand that you are one of the guardians that is protecting the wind of change. You have to understand your role in the story is too important.
Song.
You are the person. Sorry, the wind of song. Damn it. You're protecting the wind of song. Your role in the story is too important. If you were not here, the universe would be dead. We would be doomed in that one instant.
I'm sorry, teams in chat. How many other groups have you given unicorns to, KB? I thought what we had with Bubbles was special.
This guy isn't part of the group. He's too cool for that. He's just
No, don't worry, Deeves. This is just a temporary guest. They happen to be doing an adventure in his forest. He'll be gone soon.
Yeah. But now he gets to know
temporary. He's just temporary.
He gets to know that he saved the world, though. That's pretty good. Plus, it feeds into his ego. Oh,
Yes. Now he will always tell of the time that he saved the world single-handedly.
He did save the world there. He can take that to the grave, knowing that he did save the world.
Yeah.
God, who'd have thought that the unicorn would have been actually like such a goddamn useful party member? Jeez. And thank God he wasn't.
They didn't do a lot of damage, but they were always a useful body to have.
Yeah, plus Pass Without Trace made this little sneaky operation possible, and then he was a mount that doesn't die, and he was smart enough to let himself be a mount when the fucking interdimensional abomination shows up.
Mm-hmm.
Well, not interdimensional, but definitely uncomfortable to look at.
Mm-hmm. So, I have an important question. Now that you have escaped from Puppet the Void of Will, where the hell do you go now?
That's the problem, because I'm not sure if I can take on the entire... Yeah. I feel like we need a long rest at this point, because I don't have the necessary juice to, I don't think I can take on that many goblins, guys. I'm going to be honest, and that one AC monster is going to be there.
He's there too. I didn't move his token to that page yet, but yeah, the Blade Singer is definitely so everything I showed you before plus the Blade Singer's there now too.
So I gotta ask, what do we want to do?
And he's had a short rest.
Oh, I'm sure he has. I am certain he fucking sat down, opened up a fucking cold one, put his feet up, and relaxed. I'm certain that's exactly what happened.
He's like, I'm gonna have full hit points when they find me again. I'm gonna spend some hit dice. Shame I'm a wizard. Shame all my spells are long rest. Or else that I'd really show him.
But, that being said, though, I think that it's probably... I personally would advocate for us... if we could find a way to get a long rest, I'd say we do it. But I'm not sure if that's possible. What are you all thinking?
Okay, so the difficulty is that Gloomrot thinks you're dead.
Yes.
And you kind of want to keep it that way. So getting a long rest is difficult because you don't know of any safe places. Going into Gloomrot,
we do though.
What about
the grandma?
Yeah, Granny.
Oh yeah, you can go and visit. Yeah, she has no reason to be in hiding anymore now that the headless king is dead. So all right, you can go visit Granny.
Let's go visit Grandma, guys. Hey.
Let's go to Grandma.
Oof. I'm sure Grandma's gonna be so happy that we killed the king.
Yeah. And the Spider Queen as well, and got both of the souls.
Oh yeah, cause about the Spider Queen, I think there's gonna be some bad news.
Don't tell. What do you mean? Did you see something?
That puppet really seemed interested in the dead body.
Are you telling? Oh,
so I can...
oh no,
No, it's just gonna be a house probably. I got a soul in here, holds up the crystal.
Mhm.
So
You do.
It's just gonna be a big dead spider, I suppose.
Yeah, big dead void
wait
spider.
a minute. You saved the soul of Shinrath!
Yurava's gonna look at that gem and like his eyebrows are, if he had eyebrows, they would be like poking out of his helmet. I don't think you appreciate what you've done, but you might have just saved that spider from a fate worse than whatever that fucking hag in the woods is gonna do to him.
I
Because,
guess.
no, you definitely
Should we
did.
should we go back?
No! No, we don't. We don't do that. As much as you hate her, she'll get plenty of torment with whatever that hag does.
Yeah.
Because we are not going back there, no. No. They're gonna fucking Cronenberg your ass. They're gonna fucking do something horrible to you, and I would not have wanted to see that.
Yeah.
Granny Nightshade.
Also, I kind of wanted to talk with Chinat a bit more, but it's probably gonna be a bit, samey.
This is all out of date.
Oof, we're back. We get to go. We got to go. We get to stay with Granny. Isn't this going to be wonderful?
Yeah.
So she's cleaned up these corpses. It's awful corpsey in here.
I loved seeing the one leader of the knights and knowing in the back of my head, they too were Euroft.
You runs up to the
Keep that token
door, knocking on it.
in the GM lore. Alright. One moment. I'm just pulling everybody out. Auto. Yeah. I don't know if D is still in wolf mode. Yorov. Okay. And let me grab Granny Nightshade's token.
I'm keeping out the shadow.
Okay. Also, I was trying to say earlier, but I got cut off.
Sorry.
Credit to Ross Bugden for the song that I played during the Void encounter. The song is called Black Light. It is on YouTube.
Very good.
As Ross Bugden Black Light. And I will also throw up the link because there you go, and there's the link right there above my head if you're watching it on YouTube in the future. Just I'll try and remember to put it in the description, but my brain.
Does the unicorn drop us off and then part ways with us, or does he stick around?
So the unicorn only will only go with you into the edge of the forest. In which case, it will then part ways from you, and you will have to go on foot from there.
I make sure to commend him and thank him for his valiant service, and to inform him that he is truly the bravest of his kind.
He thanks you and informs you that after a rest, he will be continuing to deal with these goblins who tried to capture him, and he will drive them from his woods if he can. But he knows but he will not attack the fortress. But he will make the forest unlivable for the goblins if he can.
What a glorious, glorious unicorn! I'm so happy that we got to be graced by his perfection. Anyways, let's get away from that prick.
Oh, thank goodness.
Oh, I'm happy.
Glad you said it.
Once we're out of there, he's just gonna be like, I have to be honest. Like, he was a bit of a prick, but I'm kind of happy he was there.
I'm glad that he let you all ride him when things were at their most dire.
So I feel like he's prideful, but I don't think he's an idiot. I think as long as you can spin it in a way that makes him the protagonist, he'll do anything you fucking say.
Yeah, I guess that makes sense then, why he wouldn't let me ride him anyway.
Oh, yeah.
I'm super fixated on that still.
I don't blame you, it was kind of mean of him. Anyways, fast forward, I assume we make it to the pumpkin patch, right?
Yes. You make it to Granny Nightshade's house. She welcomes you all in.
Oof.
Granny, look what I got. And he shows her the crystal.
We've been working
Mhm.
on it.
Oh, wonderful, wonderful. Let me see. How many souls do we have? And how many do you have, Rio?
I've no fucking clue.
Oh god, you haven't been keeping track. I'm pretty sure that, like, if I'd have... Okay, so we got... I think, I'd guess, if I had to guess, we're probably at, like, 14 or, like, about there now. Because we've been doing this the entire... Every encounter you've been grabbing one. I can sense, I can sense the... But yeah. How many did we need, anyways? Like, 25, I think?
I believe it was 20.
I thought it was just.
Hmm.
It is something.
I hate to say it, we haven't gotten too many. We've made some serious progress, but allow me to inform you that inside of that is the soul of the Spider Queen, and I am certain that is quite a
And
valuable
Headless
soul
King.
indeed. Oh yes, and the Headless King, both of them inside of there, just for you.
Oh, wonderful, wonderful. I believe we did have an arrangement for that particular headless prick's soul. And I suppose that means Granny Nightshade owes you a favor.
Oh,
Yeah.
am I allowed to... I won't use the favor for this in particular, but I'd like to propose something to you. You see, on the other side, in the prime material, I have a forest that I am trying to protect and make a sort of sanctuary. I'd like to know if someone like you would be willing to perhaps consider starting a pumpkin patch up there. Hidden away in the forest.
Well, it's, I appreciate the offer, but... And maybe if the new leadership in Gloomrot is as headless as the previous, I might take you up on it. But,
I understand. You
For
have a
now.
wonderful place here.
For now, I'm quite content where I am, so long as I'm allowed to cackle to my heart's content.
Ah, and you have a wonderful cackle indeed. But if you ever want to take a vacation, you have a place where you can stay free of charge.
Oh, wonderful.
Granny.
I will certainly pay you a visit.
Granny,
I will look forward to it.
Could the favor be exchanged for magical items that is not cursed specifically?
Well, it depends on what you mean by cursed, dear. But,
Things
yes,
that
old Granny
is
has a few
disadvantageous.
knickknacks lying around.
Oh! I'd love to see. I'd love to see.
Can we see them?
Just putting me on the spot like this, creating, like, the magic items the Granny could give you as a favor.
I bet you did not expect us to go back to Granny's little pumpkin.
No.
At least not yet. At least not yet.
Yeah. What is it that you are looking for, dear? A weapon? Or a wand? Or something else?
Well, we're looking for a sword that Harp can use, or something for Otto, or something for me.
Sword that Harp can use? Harp floats forward. Yes. I have this sword, and it's razor sharp and very good. Made with fey magic, but, I'm looking for something that has the same properties as a sword that my arrows have, that work with the sprite magic of sleep. Oh! Well, I could put something like that together for you, dear. As your favor, if they consent.
We'd like to see our options.
I don't know. I'd argue Harp has been very invaluable to our adventures. I think he deserves something nice.
Yeah, but
Hmm.
he could also use a better armor. He's
Oh,
been using
yeah.
the same thing since I met him all those time ago, and like
That
he's
is a
still got a
good
10
point.
hit point.
I've
Yeah.
I've been talking. Are you auto? Yeah, I was thinking we really need to get something to spiff him up.
What we need is to turn him into a quickling.
Don't talk about the quicklings. I still get flashbacks. I lost a very close friend in a mine infested with them.
I want to turn Harp into a
But
quickling.
it's true. You know it's true.
I know it is true, and that is why I've requested that you cease.
I mean, Harp would definitely benefit from like some +1 leather, or +1
That is
studded
true.
leather.
Oh, that's a good way. I thought
He's
Harp had
just
plate
using
armor.
Um.
They're talking about auto.
Oh yeah. Auto could definitely use. Well, he's got studded leather right now, but he could use some plus. Yeah.
I say yeah. Plus
yeah.
1 leather would be good
Is
for him.
there?
Wait, does he have a
no
cloak? Wait, does he have a
way.
cloak of protection though? How many magic
He
items
does
does he
not.
have?
No, hang on. But
He has an ice
is
sickle
there a
that you gave him.
way? Yeah, is there a way to turn Harp into a quickling or give him the quickling trait?
Granny Nightshade considers. Says, I could make some boots for a little Harp here that would let him move like a quickling.
Actually, pretty good.
But I do not have everything I would need to make such a thing.
Would you make it for us if you bring the things that you need?
Yes, you bring the things, and as a favor to you, to repay your favor, I would make these boots of the quickling.
Okay,
Ooh.
so that would make him have advantage against being attacked, right?
Yeah, well, they'd have disadvantage against them,
Right.
Mhm.
which is really good. Oh fuck. Yeah, that's really good too. Because what's his AC? Like 18, and then you add base. That's basically adding a straight 5 to it because of the disadvantage. You're basically never gonna get crit. That's actually really fucking good.
Yeah. Well, okay, Granny. Well, keep that in mind as a favor. But until then, I suppose is I have a favor. Could we also consider some other options as well? I don't know what I might want. I've got pretty much what I need already. I've got the charm. I'm working on, becoming popular. Otto's fine. You know, he's he's doing well. And getting half this quickling thing is definitely gonna be worth a favor, for
Well,
sure.
Question.
Harp?
Wait, I have an
Yeah?
idea for Granny. Granny, I have a question.
Yes.
I'm assuming someone as attuned to magic as you has at least some storage of literature, correct? Or at least
Yes.
some place to get important magical tomes. Would you have anything that would make Ryus better at her whole performance and talking thing that she does a lot of?
That would be nice. But
It's
course,
possible
a
in
quick
the Hell
question.
Markets I could theoretically find something like that for sale. I know what it is you're looking for, Black Knight.
Oh!
But I'm afraid that what I would have to pay is far more than a favor.
I see.
Far more.
Don't judge me for at least seeing
Well,
how far I could
what
go. I'm
about
sorry.
what about the price of a soul of a Spider Queen?
She already has the soul.
Mhm.
Oh wait, well I
Yeah,
guess.
she's already got that.
Well, I guess yeah. Have we turned? Well, yeah. I guess we turned it in. So now we get to ask about the favor, right? So yeah.
Mhm.
Hmm. Hmm. I suppose that would make sense. Such items are incredibly rare. I guess if that were the case. Wait, how many attunement slots does Ryu have?
Well, she is attuned to the crown of song, the Apollo's flower crown.
Mhm.
Then she is attuned to a stone of good luck.
Mhm.
And I think that's the only attunement thing she has.
Okay, why don't we get her that one bard instrument that's the drum, and see if we could get like a +1 or a +2 on that, because that would be really good for her.
Hmm.
Do you know what that does? Do you know what that does? Ryu?
I
I
do
do.
not know
Yeah,
what that.
Pretty cool.
I do not know what else they do.
Oh, it gives you +2 to your save DC.
well, +1 or +2 or +3
Yeah,
depending
yeah.
on the level.
Yeah,
It's
yeah.
basically the bard's you
Mhm.
know, +1, +2, +3 item.
Yeah.
The rhythm maker's drum.
Considering how often you use like hypnotic pattern, it'd probably be really good on you.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Alright.
Oh, it also gives you a free. I thought it also gives you a free spell slot back. That was like the funny flavor thing.
The
Oh,
funniest close
as
slot.
an action, you can play the drum to regain one of your bardic inspiration features.
Oh, that
yeah,
instead. All right. Yeah, yeah.
yeah. And I heard a thing. What's happening? Oh, we got somebody cheering bits for us. Thank you. Welcome. Welcome Zeus. Pleasure to see you. Thank you for the bits. You are coming in here near the end of our session, but thank you. I very much appreciate it.
Alright.
We do stream D&D on this channel every Monday. And sometimes on Sunday when I'm doing a one shot, but mostly just every Monday. Right. So the Rhythm Maker's drum it would be a good thing for Ryu to have as a bard. Granny Nightshade says she can put one of those together for you, if that is what you want for your favor.
I definitely think making half a quickling might actually save the world at one point.
I'm gonna be honest. Both of those are really good, and I could not blame you for going one or the other. Because the quickling thing is actually really fucking good, like dummy good.
Yeah.
You could probably, and if you have, how much money do you have right now?
Look, listen. We're gonna give half the standard Wistan.
Oh, I know. But I'm asking if you've got like more than 700 gold right now, you could just buy a +1 Rhythm Maker's drum the next city you're in.
Yeah, true. And like a +1 started letter for auto.
That's a rare item. That's actually that's like when you start getting to the 2d10 times 1,000 points cost, which is yikes. But you could just get him a Cloak of Protection, which would probably be better. It's usually better to get a Cloak of Protection and then go for rare items that raise AC.
Okay.
Thank you for following this as well.
Yeah, I'm just putting that out there. It's
yeah.
definitely better to honestly going with the boots, like you said, is probably not at all a bad idea. Like not at all.
Yeah. So how the hell am I gonna come back to you, Granny? Or are you gonna find us once we get everything?
Oh, don't worry. I'll know when it's full.
Okay. So, what kind of things do you need for a boots of the quickling for Harp?
Well, it won't be an easy task. But I need something infused with power of elemental air. Something of a powerful creature.
Hmm.
Perhaps the if you could acquire one of the magic scimitars that the Jinn carry, I could repurpose that.
Okay. We'll keep an eye out on something airy then.
Well, I guess with that settled, I'd like to make one more request of you, Granny. I hate to impose upon you, I understand, but would you be able to allow us to rest here? You see, tomorrow we plan to strike out on a goblin fortress. We took out the queen by infiltrating them, but we were not able to finish the entirety of their defenses. Would you allow us to recover here and then continue forward in the morning?
Of course, you may camp in the pumpkin patch. This is just fine.
Ah, thank you, thank you. Ah, you are too kind.
Don't
Well-
worry, you'll be perfectly safe. If any ruffians come around, the pumpkins will scare them away.
No, and I have one more request, and this is... I'm certain you're already aware of it. You already know this, but I have to make the point. It's probably for the best if people don't know that we were around here, if you know what I'm saying.
You know I'm very forgetful in my old age.
Oh, of course, of course. Uh, yeah, I just find it hilarious that for once... I just find it hilarious that for once, rumors of my death were greatly exaggerated.
Says the skeleton.
Ah,
Alright. He's going to... So with that, you all are able to enjoy a long rest. But before we take your long rest, first let us address the XP issue for today, and then we will wrap up the session. Alright. So firstly, you all gain 1 experience point for playing in today's session.
hey.
Second, you have defeated Shireth, the Queen of Spiders, in battle, and denied the goblins of the Feywild their spider mounts. I'm sure the cursed party will be happy. And for completing that quest, you will gain an additional 2 experience points.
Oh, we'd love to see it.
So you get a total of 3 experience points, which I believe will allow Dia to catch up to level 8.
Yes, I will be level 8 next time.
Mm-hmm. So, Ryu... and put those things. Alright. But yes, so you will take your long rest, and because you're taking a long rest, Dia, you may use your experience points you have gained in order to level up for next session. But for that, we are going to go ahead and end the session for today.
We did it, guys!
So,
Hey,
I
how
guess I do
many-
want some
is it
clarification
before-
before I officially end the
yeah,
session.
Oh, okay.
Next time, is the plan to go and storm the Goblin Fortress and kill all the goblins? Or are you going to head back to Gloomrot and try and head home?
I'm gonna say, So
Or
we
rather,
probably do.
contact contact your coven contacts with sending, and
Yeah.
then meet them outside the city, because you can't go into the city, and try and head home.
I would say what we probably do is we probably storm the Goblin Castle, because, I mean, that's why Dia's here, and Euro kind of wants to kill him too, since we're able to facilitate the long rest, and he said he'd do it if we got the long rest. The other thing I want to say is that when we go back to Gloomrot, would it be reasonable that since I asked my contact there if Ryu could join the Coven, would they get that process done when we call her on, speed dial, or however we get to them?
Sure, that could happen. Yeah.
Awesome.
That timeline adds up.
Alright, well, I suppose that means that next time we kill goblins, and then after that we go home, wrap it up, and get a nice little RP session. Assuming nothing zany
sounds
happens.
Well, killing the goblins might take most of the session. You never know.
It might. It might take 1 to 3 sessions. Who knows? Maybe it'll take 7. God knows.
Well, I'm pretty sure it won't take 7, but it might take more than 1.
Never facilitate the player's capability to throw a wrench in all of your plans and blow up the setting.
Alright. But, yeah, we're going to go ahead and call it there then.
Alright.
Let me kill the music. Let me take us to the stream ending page. Let me give my spiel that I give at the end of every stream. Thank you all for watching. Thank you for watching, whether you were watching in the past, present, or the future. I am KB Angel. I am a professional dungeon master. I run games for free here on Twitch every Monday. You can follow us on Twitter for all the updates about all the stuff we do, every project that we're working on. Get updates there on Twitter. Of course, follow us on Twitch and all the Twitch things, of course. I am a professional dungeon master. I run D&D as my full-time job, 6 days a week. If you are interested in playing in one of my D&D campaigns, like the one here on stream, you can check me out over on startplaying.game/gm/kb. I'm pretty sure some of my games that are up right now have empty seats. I'm also going to be starting a new campaign of Rime of the Frost Maiden in the near future. I haven't gotten that one up on Start Playing yet, but hey, follow my Twitter, because, again, notifications of the things that I do. Yeah, so that's my thing, that's my spiel, that's my stuff. Thank you all for watching, and we're just gonna end stream here. Have a good day, everybody.